Hey guys, and welcome back to Emerald Coast. We're still in early winter, and we've got some hauling to do today. Got 2 loads of milk to take down here to the dairy, and we've got to haul some wheat off the market and some canola off the market. Today the canola is at its best price that I suspect we're going to see, barring a great demand that who knows when they're going to pop up. And wheat, according to Seasons, is at the best time to sell. Doesn't look like it's a super high price, but then again, not really sure what the scale is with respect to price per bushel. It's not green, but according to Seasons, this is the best time to sell. Again, minus great demand. So let's go ahead and get some money going, because we will need to finance our sugarcane harvest. Earlier today we did finally finish our field prep. Got all of our fields plowed that needed to be plowed, and all the fields are now cultivated. So we just need to put some seed in the ground. Like I said, we got field 1 has... Oh, I missed my turn. Field 1 has wheat in it. It's already planted, so we're going to go ahead and leave that in the ground. I'm thinking about that being our only winter or early winter wheat field. Thinking about planting a canola crop here in winter, and then leaving the rest of the fields for either corn or soybeans. Still thinking about the strategy a little bit. Mostly I'm thinking about maybe abandoning the canola idea. I do want to put some sunflowers in, but I'm thinking about going to do a crop rotation similar to what I've heard talked about on the Big Tractor Power channel with respect to how they rotate crops in Western Kentucky. Of course, Western Kentucky and Florida are two different birds entirely, but I like the idea of the rotation that they were doing, where they would put winter wheat in and then follow that up with soybeans, and then they would the following year put corn in that field and not double crop the field, just single crop corn, and then harvest the corn and plant winter wheat. And then obviously next summer, when they harvested the winter wheat, they would put in soybeans. So it's basically a 2-year rotation, where year 1 they would do winter wheat and soybeans, and then they would year 2 do corn, then year 3 be back to winter wheat and soybeans, and so forth. Thinking about doing that here on maybe some of the fields, and maybe some of the other fields, maybe a canola sunflowers. Sure, if that would work. Wouldn't be able to harvest canola and put sunflowers in. Maybe we could alternate sunflowers and canola or something. Got a pretty narrow planting schedule for sunflowers, and for pretty normal harvest. Corn we can put in as early as early spring. Soybeans we need to wait. Put some soybeans in early and maybe get them off early. We'll have to see and play around with some things. So that's just some of the stuff that I'm thinking about as far as our planting goes. I'm gonna go ahead and go on back to our dairy, pull out another load of milk, and get that sold. And then we've got a new semi-trailer over at our arable farm that will help us get the most out of our grain sales. We won't be making 4 or 5 runs with our grain truck. Be able to basically make 2 runs with our grain trailer for our wheat, and just under 2 runs, I think, for our canola. And our canola is down here in this GSI bin. Our winter wheat is, or our wheat harvest is actually up at the arable farm in the big silos. So other than that, you know, it's just been business as usual, taking care of things here on the farm, trying to keep our animals ready, keep them clean, and so forth. So on the FS17 news, of course, this is going to air. I'll be back from the vacation at this point, I think, when this airs. But you know, today a video was released for the American map, and it's about 97 seconds in duration, a minute and a half, almost a minute and 40 seconds. But boy, was it packed full of really great scenes. I am really looking forward to exploring that map in detail once it releases. Kind of looked like the map had in my opinion, a Southern California feel with the way some of the architecture was set up. I mean, some of the stucco-looking buildings with the long walkways, kind of the long breezeways there. Some of the sure what the I guess Spanish heritage, Spaniard-looking architecture. Really not sure what to call that architecture. Just looked like something you would maybe see in Florida area or possibly Southern California. But given the way that the other parts of the American map are kind of hilly and a little mountainous, it didn't really jive with my idea of Florida. Kind of see that more as a more flat type of a map, kind of like this one here. But Southern California, quite possibly, could be hilly and mountainous like that, or it could just be kind of a mix of a few general geographic locations. It has a beautiful pier, beach, waterfronts. At the same time, some hilly, mountainous terrain. Town was clearly on a hill. There was, you know, roads that were going up and around and down. Scene where you were driving down hill, going toward the pier. Quite beautiful. Looking really forward to getting into 19. Just a few weeks away at this point. Probably 3 or 4 weeks away, I would say. What did you all think in the comments? Let me know in the comments what you all thought of the video on the American map. Curious to hear your comments and thoughts. Not sure when we're going to start seeing maybe folks that are able to get early access to the game. Not sure when we'll start seeing videos, gameplay of them. Might be, I think it would be a couple weeks before release, but then again, it might not. It might be fairly fairly close to the actual release before they get access to the game, or maybe until they get authorization to release videos on the game. I would expect at this point, though, the game would have gone golden and been sent out to publishers to print the discs, press the discs, and get the packaging all ready to go for the retail packaging. Tell you one thing that we haven't seen, I don't think we've seen too much of, so I don't recall seeing it, is I don't think we've really seen too much of the South American map redone. Early on they talked about the game having 3 maps at the start: American map, European map, and the South American map from Platinum, except that was going to be revitalized and revisualized. But I don't think we've really seen too many screenshots of that, or too many stills or videos of the reimagined or rejuvenated Espacha map, or however you pronounce that. Maybe that will be maybe that'll be coming soon, or maybe it's already hit since the recording of this and the airing. I think a nice $32,000 off of our milk. Been a few days since we sold it, but it'll be a nice payday. Another nice payday will be when we put the manure in the compost master from the cows and sell that off. I think most of our fields are at 2 stages of fertilization at this point. Let's go ahead and take a look at that just to see. It's 3. So all of our fields are at basically at 2 stages of fertilization. Our grass fields, this one's not. Grass field here and here, 3. This one is at 3, 3 and 2. So our new cedar, our new big Great Plains cedar, will fertilize as we seed. So we're going to have 3 stages of fertilization there. So we're not going to need the compost to do any more fertilizing of the fields post planting. Won't really need to compost anymore on our fields until we get the wheat off in early summer, I hope. Well, I guess we could compost the sugarcane when we harvest that. That won't take too much, and we still have compost in our spreader I've got parked up here at the cow farm. So like I said, we're going to take this milk tank, put it back up here at the dairy. We're going to run our Mack truck down to the arable farm and hook up to our new grain trailer. Hope you guys are going to like it. Pretty stylish looking trailer, very functional. Guess we should try to be correct with our road blinkers, eh? It's around here. Drop her off. We won't have any problem keeping up with traffic, but I thought we might as well just put on our blinker or our strobe. So we are technically a farm vehicle. I'm interested, what map are you guys thinking about playing first on 19? Thinking I'm going to be diving right into the American map myself. It's because I think I'm going to have more of a attraction to that particular map. Alright. Let's check out our new grain trailer. There she is, folks. Straight from the Dakota factory. Belly dump variety. Got a tarp on it and everything. Alright. Load up our wheat. Let's see where we need to take it. Wheat to Granary B. It's at $14.46 per bushel. Not sure how awesome that price is, but according to Seasons Gauge, pretty much at the peak of our pricing scheme here. And canola, we kind of missed our peak yesterday, but we're still pretty high. I want to go ahead and just get that canola sold off. Almost 1,200 bushels. 14, almost 14.50 a bushel. So if we're going to see about $17,000 or $18,000 out of this load, maybe. Doesn't look like too bad of a combo there. Hey, the truck kind of felt like it was loaded down a little bit trying to pull out of there. Alright, so we are in Granary B. I think is the far granary. Should put on our blinkers. Everybody know what we're turning in here. Alright. So I think it's the scale for B. Say 80,764. Jump and see how we do. Seem to be faring quite nicely there. Trailer's getting lighter. It's shifting up a little bit. Door's shut. $17,000. Not too terrible bad. Probably won't get 17,000 out of the next sale. That's one thing I hope that in 19 prices don't drop like a brick after you make a sale. They're a little bit more stable. Because in theory, you know, if you're hauling grain, you're bringing multiple trips to market. You're not you're gonna basically have a contracted price for the grain you're bringing to market. It's not like you're gonna show up and say, "Oh, what's the price today?" Or not price today, but what's the price right this instant? And they give you a price, and then you know you go back to the farm, you load up another load because it's going to take a while. It's probably going to take a couple hours to drive back to the farm and load up another load, unless you're one lucky farmer that happens to live extremely close to where you're taking your grain. It's probably going to take a couple hours to do that. And then by the time you get back to the sell point, or not the sell point, but you know, basically place buying your grain, and to cover that up, you're not going to show up and like, oh, by the way, the price is now, you know, such and such because you know we don't need it as bad anymore. So, kind of hope they do something a little bit more immersive with the grain pricing. If I understand correctly, with 15, the price you had only changed at the hour. So, if you had a particular price, it's the first I've seen that. Little blocks of, instead of the blinkers. If you had a pretty decent price at the start of the hour, you can make, you know, a fair number of trips to sell your product during that hour. You wouldn't really be penalized, so to speak. But here it's almost, in 17, it's very much pretty much feel like you're penalized for that second or third load on any given day, unless you're at a great demand, simply for making more than one trip. And that really kind of encourages you to do weird things like road train a bunch of trailers together when maybe that's not something that you typically see. See, we got blocks. Blinkers. First I'd ever seen that. At least on this mod. Of course, I probably don't use blinkers too much. Hey, just over 17,000 the first load. Let's just make like 14,000 or 12,000 this load. 15.8. That's not too bad. Let's head on up the highway to the pig farm. Get ourselves a load of canola and bring it down here. We made 32,000 on the milk. 17 and 15, so that is 32,000 on our barley, or no, wheat. So we're up 64,000 for the day. Pretty good. Paid 20,000 for the trailer. So we're actually up 40,000. What we started at today. Not too bad of a haul. It's not going to finance our sugarcane endeavor for too much. I think the case sugarcane harvester is like 36,000 to initiate the lease and for the first game hour, not game hour, but the first real hour. And I expect that sugarcane harvest is probably going to take 2 or 3 real hours to do. Probably going to be about $50,000 of lease expense just on the sugarcane harvester. We're going to need to lease at least one sugarcane trailer to harvest into and haul it down to market. So it's another reason why we're selling this stuff is to pad our pockets for when we do the sugarcane harvest. Might do another compost load with that cow manure to help out with that before we end up doing the sugarcane harvest. We'll just have to see how it all works out. Should be able to get our trailer under this spout. Hoping we can get the trailer under this spout. Oh yeah, we're good. See what our manure looks like. Oh, 27,000 pounds of manure. 10,000 pounds of manure for a pig, so 37,000 pounds of manure. That should do quite nice. 9.9 bushels a week. Well, we'll save that for the chickens. Got this load, and oh, let's see where I'm taking this to Granary B again. No, that's not a good price. It's in the green. If you look here, soybeans are abysmal right now. Best time to do soybeans is midsummer. We're gonna hang on to our soybeans. So yeah, 37,000 pounds of manure converted over to compost. And if we can get, we'll see what the price is for compost when we are dumping our canola here. But $25 a bushel for the canola, that should bring us good $30,000 just in this load. Doing my math right, $1,200 1,200 bushels, $25 a bushel. So 1,000 bushels would be $25,000. And we've got 200 more bushel after that, basically. So fifth of 1,000 is 250. 2,500, and so that's 27.5 ish. See how well that works out. In the head math here. Sometimes my in the head math is spot on, and other times it is not quite where it should be. Sometimes it's way out there. Swing pretty wide here. Don't hang the trailer up. 70,579. So canola, it doesn't weigh as much as wheat does. Interesting. All right. That's unloading real quick. Let's check and see. $2.42 per liter. And if we got 37,000 liters. That's 37 and $2, so that's 74,000 liters, $74,000 and 50 cents, half of 37, so that's like $100,000 right there. Oh, 31.6. Back of the pants math was way off on that one. We weren't 27, we were 31.6. Alright, let's go ahead and get the next load of canola. And we'll sell that off, and that's where I'll leave you guys for the day. Might see about getting a canola field planted yet today. Canola field or two. And who knows, maybe tomorrow we'll dive into that sugarcane field. Maybe I'll have Daryl, or my other brother Daryl, work on planting canola while I work on getting this manure up. Oh, we missed our turn. Work on getting this manure worked up into compost. Then we can bright and early head up to the shop and pick up our sugarcane harvester. We're gonna lease. Be about picking up a trailer, sugarcane trailer or two. Might pick up a small trailer and then pick up a semi trailer to take it to harvest or take it to market with. Let's have to see how all that works out. Barely catch the corner. So guys, I hope you liked the video. If you did, please click the like button. We are doing Let's Play videos here on Emerald Coast for 10 game years. So that's the goal. It is going to be the goal. We are very near the end of year 2. And then we'll be working over, working up year 3, spring. Let me know if you've got any suggestions on things you'd like to see done here on Emerald Coast, things you'd like to try or whatever. Open to suggestions for sure. So until next time, guys, happy farming.